going to call the meeting of the Police Commission for June 24th, 2026. Yep.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do a roll call. Robert Rice.
Travis Thompson.
And Sean Harley is absent.
He's in an executive meeting here somewhere.
Okay.
He'll be out when they're done, I assume.
Okay, I guess we maybe had a chance to go over last time's meeting, which I think was February 23rd.
Yeah, I got it.
Any changes, corrections? Hey, anybody want to make a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to accept.
All opposed? All opposed? All approved?
Yeah.
Any old business?
Did you give them a copy of the school SRO contract? I don't know if you guys had a chance to look through it. It really doesn't affect our current SRO. We'd already pretty much established he was not going to be part of like some of the changes within the contract. Although there was also some parts that were specifically directed for him, which had already been taken care of. One of the main things was the appointment of that position. The way the old contract read, it was up to the police chief, and by state law, it's the police commission. They should actually have to say who that person is. Obviously, this would only come up if they leave that position so he can retire. He's a part-time officer with PRN with the police department, fully funded, all that good stuff. He's their employee, but in order for the school to have him as an employee, he has to be a police officer with the department. So there's a couple ways you can have an SRO. That's one of them, or you can have your own police department, like Colbert did. They established their own police department, and they fully govern that spot. We have kind of a hybrid deal. We also govern that spot. We use their, our authority as a police officer, and we were establishing them department, take them on liability and whatnot. So, like I said, the way it was originally written was police chief. That's changed. Commission. So it's not going to be an issue until that position comes available. And then I think the school just wanted to make sure that they had someone who would say so and who was selected, because that's the person they're off have to hire as well. And I said that's not a problem. We would all go in front of the board and say, hey, this is obviously me and the superintendent probably pick someone to bring to the board. And us both being on board for that, not have any objections. But that was the biggest difference in it. A lot of the other stuff was just minor things that the school had already made those changes that we requested 50 days. A lot of it was to do with appearance, mainly more recognizable than police officers. My biggest concern, and we've done that by a metal badge, patches on his arms, with some appearance things as well, but nothing major. Like I said, it was more about someone being able to easily recognize him. Let's say it's not me that goes to the school, but a state trooper is responding as the first one there, and there's something going on. They also have to be able to easily recognize, okay, that guy with a gun is a good guy, right? And that's obviously the completely behind the whole situation and our concern. And I think a lot of that's been addressed and taken care of. in the past. I know I sent you guys via email a copy of our rules and regulations. You guys received that? Did that
Yeah.
happen last meeting?
Yep, I got
You
it.
received it. It was a change, it was a group email to everybody. And it would have been our department rules and regs. It's about 77 pages long.
Oh, I know.
You didn't receive it either? But you did receive it.
Yes. And mine had all the changes in it that you said didn't come through.
So when you got yours, when you read it, it was like highlighted.
There was highlight red, blue, and yellow.
Yes.
Yep.
So since there's only 3 of you there, maybe 4, since all of you don't have or haven't looked at it, we can push that off. Probably better off to do it in the workshop because it's going to take more than 30 minutes to go through the 77 pages long. Not everything has to be changed. The main thing is there's things that directly contradict or go against our town handbook. A lot of stuff in our rules regs outlining, our vacation time, sick time, and all that stuff, and none of that stuff has any weight anymore because we are all governed under the handbook. So the town's rules pertaining to vacation, benefits, and all that is. So we have to remove all that from our rules and regulations because a lot of it doesn't even jive with current handbook. Then there were some other policies that we needed to adopt. We've already adopted them as a department, but we really need to basically just clean up our SOPs, get those put in, remove what was already there. Use of force, Indiana came out about 3 years ago with a statewide use of force policy that all departments have to abide by. Last year, maybe a year and a half ago, it came out with pursuit policy that all departments have to abide by. So when the academy, the LETB, which is the law enforcement training board for Indiana, when they establish a policy, everyone has to adopt it. And those are big policies, use of force and those. So we have already adopted them. Our guys already follow those policies. But we need to remove the old that's in B and put the new in. So it's stuff like that. So like I said, probably better off discussing in a workshop where we have a little bit more time. The rest of the changes is just some stuff that we don't really do that's in there that can be removed. Nothing that's going to affect really anything that's important. Like I said, there's 77 pages here to go through, and some of it's still pretty relevant and won't need to be changed, but a lot of things clean up. Other than that, everything's running well at the department. We're fully staffed at 4. We remain 4 officers. We gave up that 5th position last year to see if we could get by with 4, and I think we are. The guys don't get thrown out on it. Because, even with a group of part-timers, it's still sometimes hard to cover shifts. So, but after been getting by on 6 down, we're using our budget quite a bit. Basically 20% of our workforce, we let go. So, and we have to put together so everything's going well. I don't hear a lot of complaints from citizens about the guy. I think even though Austin's probably our biggest rookie as far as time on, and he's got about 3 years on now as we count his part-time working with us and full-time as well. And then Devin has gone back to 6 years. You have Brad, who's going on his hand. So I don't know if you guys get a lot of feedback from the process, but most of the feedback we received is pretty positive, including with the training day, basically a lifetime event for the town of Argus. Never have we had that many people here in town in the Argus and Greater Argus area. And for the most part, we only had just 2 complaints, 2 medical calls, a couple lost people. And outside of that, everyone got in, got to see the train, and got out. We had the state police assistant. I had that set up to where they were going to shut down US 31, basically what they call a rolling roadblock, where they just drive really slow and occupy both lanes. That way at least traffic is moving somewhat, and then they have other people stationed at the intersection waving all those people out. And the fairgrounds did a good job of getting all their, they had, like, 700 cars at the fairgrounds. They had to get out of that lot. They did a pretty good job. Our fire department, Mark, Leslie, Doug, the street department, Jamie guys, like everybody chipped in. I saw Mark directing traffic, and we had the fire department was directing traffic. And like I said, I had 2 of my guys on, so we had 3 full-time guys on. I only got 4. I had one guy had to come in and relieve me, so he wasn't here. But so we had our guys. Like I said, it was. I thought everyone did a really good job. I know we had a little bit of complaints here and there about the harvest was over. I'm like, yeah. We're a town of 1,800 trying to handle 10,000+, and then they changed, the destination at the last minute. And we're going to move it out in the county. And I'm like, well, now it's going to be mostly county. We still have plenty of people right here. And we had a lot of people park here and walk the road track all the way down, to
My house.
we had traffic backed up from the Palm Crossing all the way to 17th Road, and then parked all the way out to US 31. And then Michigan Street, you guys probably saw that, it was full all the way down, all the way to Kingston. Ironwood was full. They were stopped, and wouldn't even let me pull on Ironwood. It was stopped at State Road 10. You'd have to park on 10 and walk 1.5 miles down the tracks. And it was the same way south of town there. It was double traffic all the way down Michigan South. I don't know if you got to see, or did you get to see much of it? Did you get to see the train?
I was not in town.
Oh, you were a very white man.
I came back to town when it was open.
Oh,
And we tried to turn off at 31, old 31.
okay.
We turned off and stopped. And after, I don't know how long it took us to get to the stoplight. Then I could not get to my house.
Oh,
I finally got close enough to my house to drive across the yard.
I think it was, that train no more than got through here. When it got through here, if you weren't all the way down in Ironwood on foot, all those people, as soon as the train went through, were leaving. So you had about a 10-hour window of people filtering into Argus. And then in 30 minutes, they all want to leave at the same time.
Yep.
And it's just like complete madness. But like I said, we did a pretty good job with it, with as many people as we had. Like I said, very few incidences. I think we received letters of people that were appreciative of being, like I said, we had a couple of lost people. I know one letter was we were reunited. An elderly gentleman got separated from the people that brought him, and so we got him tracked down and reunited. But pretty proud of how everybody worked together. And did a good job. And it comes back through
16.
16? It's
16.
not my day to work. And Brad missed the last one, so this is like, okay.
But
I don't
it's-
think it'll be as busy, but I'm sure there'll be people here as well.
Is it stopping?
It's not
Is it
supposed to-
going
it's
straight
not
there?
supposed-
It's not supposed to slow down, so it should. There'll be people probably sitting here watching it, but
Right.
they won't be like they were.
No. Yeah, Knoxville should have, they're gonna have. Because it's,
That- Yes.
do we want to schedule like a workshop then? I know we're gonna get into like budget time with the council and jockeying for nights, times available, to go over this stuff. Or would you guys like me just to email you the original? And then I brush it all up and everything that I think is corrected, and then email you guys a new version with all the stuff removed and new stuff put in for you guys to look at. And I really didn't want to print out, 300 pages of this stuff and then everything would change. So I'll work on that, and then if we can get that out to you guys via email, and I'll touch base, make sure you guys actually receive it. Let me know that you got it.
I'll check my junk mail.
And, yeah, I mean,
Not in there by chance.
but, and it was about right after the last meeting, wasn't it? Somewhere around
No,
there?
it was longer than that because it was just after you put me on that you sent it out.
I
So
can find,
that was March.
I'll do that. That way you guys can actually just pull them in your email and compare them and look at them. And then obviously you guys will have to vote then eventually to adopt the new policies. And if there's stuff in there you want to see changed, you guys have ideas, what you think it should look like, you can always make adjustments to it. Back to you, Eddie.
421.
April? Did you see my email address on that?
So yeah, 421.
Let's see which one it is.
It went to HRB Trump. Wanda Wright, 0608. Is that your good? Is that your email?
That's a good email. Sometimes they send stuff to my office email.
HRB Trump, is that a good? At Yahoo, yeah. And then Sean went out to send to Sharpie and, I'm not sure who else was sent it to. Oh, you, Brutus Fire. Okay, yeah. I'm
Dear.
like, what is that? And then also sent to Brad. So, okay. Well, we did order, so we were already planning on ordering a new vehicle this year. We'd already ordered it. It was coming from Shelley Automotive in Fort Wayne that has the state bid on police cars, which gives you a lot better deal than the regular dealership's gonna give you. So we had ordered it. Their fund is probably gonna be October before it can be here. And then you're looking at maybe 6 weeks to get it set up. Because they don't come with all the lights and stuff. We take them to another vendor that does all that. But in questioning them on when, they told me they had a build date. And I go, when do you think we'll actually have it? And he told me, well, if you want one, we have one on the lot right now. He goes, it's exactly what you have on order, and it's the exact same price. So I got with the council. Council's like, yeah, it's just a matter of we're gonna get it earlier, that's fine. And currently, we don't have a mechanic to work on the Chargers right now, which is, without our mechanics, we would have never been able to keep those two little Chargers on the road altogether. And being without a mechanic can do a whole lot right now. The town decided to go ahead and just pull the trigger on the one they had. So Mark and I went over last week, picked it up, dropped it off at the setup place. So and he wasn't expecting it because I told him, I said, hey, I'm going to have this. He goes, well, give me about a 4-week lead so I can order stuff for it. Well, then I called him. I'm like, well, hey, I'm bringing it. He goes, that's not 4 weeks. And I said, no, I understand. So he said like 6 to 8 weeks right before we have it back set up. And then it's just a 1-day deal for the Sprite package to be placed on it. So probably early August, late July, I'm hoping to maybe see it done, and then maybe mid-August before it's on the road, I'll actually be used. So those are the blessing that it was available. Those Chargers are just more. Our 17 will be auctioned off, and we'll auction it off and get everything stripped out of it. And then we will move the 19, which is currently in service now, down to basically a backup car slash SRO car. So,
How we doing on updates to the SROs?
so the SRO contract, the Carrie, the superintendent, and I, we come to an agreement on what we wanted in it. I was fine with it. I sent it off to Derek. Derek said, yeah, I'm good with it. I sent it to Ed. Ed said, yeah, looks good to me. Told Carrie to go ahead and send it to the school board so they could vote on it. They voted on it. They approved it. So basically, at this point in time, the council now will have the contract to look over, and the council will have to vote to decide if yes, this is good to us as well. And I informed the police commission in this contract. They are the appointing body that appoints the new SRO. It won't affect Dave, but if and when he leaves and retires from that position, and they need to hire another officer, the police commission will be the one that appoints that position. Obviously, taking into consideration the wish of the council. So
I haven't read that contract today. Did you pass that to the rest of the city?
they got the city contract and all the concepts of every contract as well. So everything.
Yeah, I got it. I've read it. I just want to make sure that the rest of the police commission has got it, so they're aware of what's in it. And,
A lot of the cleanup stuff, was really following state law on how the procedure goes for hiring that position. That was my biggest need for that document, to have that laid out correctly. So, and I think it now does that quite well. Just to bring you up to speed, Sean, on the rules and regs, I had emailed
that was my next question.
the police commission, what did you say it was, on 421?
Yep.
And you were included in that email, a copy of our rules and regs, and some stuff was highlighted. It's actually this document right here, 77 pages. Some of them didn't see the email, they didn't get it, so a lot of it is pulling out all the stuff that contradicts what in. There's a lot of stuff in here about benefit days, time, none of that stuff applies to me. So I need to get all that out of there. And then there's also some statewide policies that we've already adopted that we need to actually put into the handbook. State of Indiana come out in the last few years with the use of force policy, the state fire department, and also a pursuit policy of the state fire department. And we need to, and they're really similar to what we have already. Some differences, but we already adopted that. We're not we have a choice. Law enforcement training board says, here's your new policy, this is how it's going to be. You either follow your policy or you can be certified. So we'll get those in there. So what I told them was, you guys have this. I'm gonna resend it again just to make sure you have that, and then I'm gonna clean it up and get the stuff out of the contradiction handbook, put new policies in, and I'm gonna resend it out so you guys can look at it, and then we can meet in the future and like if there's some stuff you guys want us to change or have input, we can do it before we finalize it, and you guys sign off on it. Versus me printing a bunch of stuff and just like going through it all. You can see what's in there, and then you can see, a new version of it.
I think I would, if the rest of the commission agrees, I think I would like to see whatever Rodney comes up with once it's republished or reorganized. I would like to see that probably run through the town attorney and get his opinion on that as well, just to make sure that something hasn't changed legally from his end. I'm sure that you're very comprehensive with this, but I always, you know me as well as anybody, I always like to have the town attorney review that stuff. Just to make sure we keep everything and everybody informed on things that are going on.
I mean, that's why we have it.
So I would like to have him review that as well, once that is reconfigured.
Okay.
My only wish on that, other than to get it done.
And I'll have all that completed by the time we meet again. We'll have it well before then, and you guys will see it. It'll come in an email, and you guys can just kind of look through it. Then I'll fire it off to Garrett and get his blessing on it. And then at our next meeting, we can actually meet. And then if it all looks good, you guys can go to adopt the new policy. Okay.
Sounds good.
Did I say, I don't remember saying anything else that, we talked about on this. Everything's going well. Everything's going well with the department. We did talk about, the train and that day, how appreciative I was of everybody in the town, all town employees that jumped in, fire department, Leslie and Mark and, everybody jumped in. Janie's guys were helping, Doug was doing stuff. We were all directing traffic.
I can really be overwhelmed.
And it certainly was. But like I said, we only had just a small amount of complaints. A couple EMS calls, a couple lost people, but we reunited with their group. Other than that, I thought it was extremely fun. You're never going to make everybody happy. I mean, the town isn't, we're just not designed for that type of, that amount of people. Parking lot. But I thought, especially with the short notice of the moving location, but, I thought the vendors that were set up, I think they did really well. I think the restaurants were pretty happy with the turnout. And like I
Now you
said,
just got it when it comes back to
Yeah, fortunately, good, like I said, good thing we're not stopped. I mean,
There'll be people in town, trust me.
sure, oh yeah, every intersection will have people want to see it.
It is stopping in Knox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be a hot spot. But hopefully not super prepared.
But all these crossings will be packed again.
And I'm guessing a lot of people that didn't book it all the way to Ironwood where it stopped, all those people are gonna be in Knox, waiting for it to stop this time. They don't want to miss it again. So, you know, I thought everyone did an outstanding job.
Mhm.
Other than that,
Well, I apologize. I had an executive session for town council. That's why I was late to the meeting, so I just want the record to show that.
no problem. I had enough time to be up to speed.
I'm good. Like I said, you know you can always call me, so.
Yeah, and I'll work on that stuff. I'll have that ready before the next meeting, like I said, when we set down the next meeting with them. Instead of having a big workshop and just going like over, you know, all that, I think I can simplify the process. Any questions?
Sounds good.
Anybody else? Anything?
Nope, I'm good.
And we do have an opening
I'm good.
on the police commission, so we do need someone to step up for that spot. And what's the political affiliation? And if we can't find either one of those, then we can appoint anybody.
You got it on a sign, haven't you? I've seen it on the sign, I think.
Yeah.
We'll let it gel for a couple weeks and we'll see what happens.
Need a motion to close the meeting?
I didn't start with the, so I'm gonna extend it to the thing.
Second.
Motion